Our story begins not in a grand kennel, nor in a meticulously planned breeding program. It starts much earlier, in a time when survival was a daily struggle, and the lines between species were blurred by necessity. It begins in the firelight of our ancient ancestors, a flickering beacon of warmth and safety in a world of ice and shadow. This fire represents more than just comfort. It symbolizes the very heart of early human society, a place where stories were shared, bonds were forged, and unknowingly, a new chapter in evolution was about to begin. In the Ice Age, a harsh and unforgiving era, a unique and unlikely partnership formed between humans and grey wolves, two apex predators navigating the same challenging landscape. This wasn't a sudden alliance, but a slow, tentative dance of curiosity and mutual benefit. The boldest, most curious wolves, driven by instinct and opportunity, cautiously approached human camps, drawn not by affection, but by the primal need to survive. They were drawn by the promise of food, the scraps and leftovers discarded by the humans, a readily available meal that required little effort. But humans, ever observant, saw value in these animals. They recognized potential beyond mere scavengers. Wolves' keen senses made them living alarms, an early warning system against danger, alerting the camp to approaching predators or rival tribes. Their sharp hearing and acute sense of smell provided an invaluable layer of security. They also saw their potential as hunting partners, capable of tracking and pursuing prey with unmatched skill. Over generations, as this relationship deepened, the friendliest wolves, those least prone to aggression and most tolerant of human presence, thrived near humans, benefiting from the consistent food supply and relative safety. This proximity gradually changed them in both behavior and appearance, marking the subtle beginnings of domestication. This wasn't planned breeding, a deliberate attempt to create a new species. It was a natural selection for tameness and cooperation, a process driven by the simple advantages of living alongside humans. Wolves that tolerated humans, that didn't instinctively flee or attack, survived and reproduced, passing on their genes and, with them, their more amenable temperaments. They were passing on their gentler traits, shaping the future generations of their kind. Slowly, almost imperceptibly, the wild wolf was reshaped, molded by the forces of natural selection and the subtle influence of human interaction. Skulls shrank, snouts shortened, reflecting a change in diet and a reduced need for powerful hunting jaws. And some even developed floppy ears and curled tails, traits unseen in their wild ancestors, physical manifestations of their changing relationship with humans. These changes marked the first steps of domestication, the pivotal moment when wolves began their transformation into dogs. As wolves became more dependent and loyal, their fates became intertwined with those of humans. Pups showing tameness were nurtured, given preferential treatment and protection, deepening the bond between humans and these evolving canids. This partnership, born from survival in a brutal world, would irrevocably change the fate of both species, setting them on a shared path through history. The transformation was gradual, a process unfolding over countless generations, but profound in its consequences. Behavioral changes, driven by the pressures of living alongside humans, eventually led to physical ones, solidifying the distinction between wolf and dog. The fierce wolf, a symbol of the wild, was slowly but surely becoming the dog, humanity's first and most enduring companion, a testament to the power of interspecies cooperation. This was the dawn of the dog, the beginning of a relationship that would shape civilizations and touch countless lives. A living testament to the power of shared existence, a story written in the genes of two species forever bound together. As humans transitioned from nomadic lifestyles to settled communities and societies began to take root and grow, dogs, ever the adaptable companions, began to take on new, more specialized roles within these burgeoning civilizations. Their purpose evolved beyond mere companionship. In ancient Egypt, for example, sleek and swift hounds were highly prized, often employed to chase down gazelles and other game for the pharaohs and the noble class, showcasing their hunting prowess. Meanwhile, in the vast Roman Empire, Massive Mastiff types, known for their strength and imposing size, were utilized to guard military camps, protect valuable assets, and even fight alongside soldiers in the heat of battle. Recognizing the potential for even greater specialization, the Greeks and Romans began to refine the practice of selective breeding, carefully choosing which dogs to mate in order to enhance desired traits. This led to the creation of dogs specifically bred and trained for hunting, guarding property and livestock, herding flocks of sheep and goats, and providing companionship to families. For the first time in history, humans fully realized the extent to which they could actively shape the characteristics and abilities of dogs to perfectly fit specific needs and roles within their societies. Speed for the hunt, strength for protection, intelligence for complex tasks, and a suitable temperament for interacting with people and other animals were all carefully selected for and amplified through breeding, depending on the specific job the dog was intended to perform. Dogs were no longer just companions. They became essential tools, skilled hunters, vigilant guardians, reliable herders, and beloved companions, each contributing to the fabric of daily life. The ancient world, with its diverse needs and innovative approaches to animal husbandry, laid the foundation for the incredible diversity of dog breeds we see and cherish today. Each breed's unique set of traits, from physical characteristics to behavioral tendencies, were carefully chosen and honed to meet the specific demands and challenges of their time. This era of selective breeding and specialized roles definitively proved the dog's incredible adaptability and willingness to work alongside humans, setting the stage for the remarkable explosion of breeds and canine capabilities that would follow in the centuries to come. The legacy of these early breeders, their dedication to purpose-driven selection, lives on in the genes and behaviors of every modern dog, a testament to the enduring partnership between humans and canines. The 19th century, a period of immense change and innovation, witnessed a fascinating transformation in the world of dogs. It brought a new era for dogs, one where their roles and perceptions began to shift dramatically. This was especially true in Britain, the epicenter of many social and cultural shifts during this time. With more leisure time becoming available to the burgeoning middle and upper classes, people began keeping dogs not just as working animals, but as status symbols and cherished companions, elevating their position within the household. Dog shows and breed standards emerged as a direct consequence of this growing fascination, formalizing what made each breed unique and desirable, setting them apart from one another. Kennel clubs, wielding considerable influence, defined detailed blueprints for every breed, outlining the ideal characteristics. These blueprints focused heavily on both physical appearance and temperament, shaping the future of dog breeding. Breeders eager to win accolades and recognition aimed to meticulously match these standards, often exaggerating certain features to an extreme degree in pursuit of success in the show ring. This shift in priorities inevitably led to looks being prioritized over practical function, sometimes at the expense of the original working abilities that had defined these breeds for generations. Stud books and meticulously maintained pedigrees traced ancestry with increasing precision, but this also inadvertently narrowed gene pools, potentially leading to unforeseen health consequences. The relentless quest for purity and an idealized vision of perfection profoundly shaped the modern dog world, resulting in outcomes that were both beneficial and detrimental. The Victorian obsession with meticulously defined standards irrevocably set the stage for both remarkable triumphs and significant challenges that continue to resonate in dog breeding practices today. 2 centuries of selective breeding have created an astonishing range of canine forms. The Great Dane towers as the tallest, while the Chihuahua fits in a handbag. Breeds like the Irish Wolfhound and English Mastiff showcase sheer mass, once needed for hunting or guarding. The Greyhound, built for speed, is the fastest dog on Earth. Selective breeding has also produced record breakers in longevity, like Bluey the Australian cattle dog. Each extreme is a testament to human influence on the wolf's genome. These dogs are living examples of what careful, or sometimes obsessive, selection can achieve. The diversity of dogs today is a celebration of both nature and nurture. For centuries, breeding was guided by intuition and tradition. The discovery of DNA revolutionized the process, turning breeding into a science. Genetic testing now allows breeders to screen for inherited diseases and select for health. Simple tests can prevent painful conditions, making informed pairings possible. Scientists have identified genes for size, coat, and even behavior, but this power comes with responsibility. The focus is shifting from looks to health, with breeders acting as guardians of welfare. Genetic tools are helping correct past mistakes and create healthier generations. The genetic revolution is just beginning, but it's already changing the future of dogs. A new movement in dog breeding puts health and welfare above appearance. Exaggerated traits once prized in the show ring have led to suffering, flat faces, sloped backs, and more. Responsible breeders now prioritize function and well-being, even if it means challenging tradition. Breed standards are evolving, and health screening is becoming mandatory. Education is key. Buyers and breeders alike are learning to value health over fleeting trends. The goal is a future where every dog is bred for a happy, healthy life. This shift honors both the heritage and the well-being of our canine companions. Today, dog breeding stands at a crossroads. The future will blend tradition with science, using genetics to promote health and diversity. Outcrossing and transparency will help combat inherited problems and create robust new lines. Collaboration between breeders, vets, and owners is essential. As we learn more about canine minds and emotions, temperament will be as important as health. The next chapter is about compassion and responsibility, nurturing a partnership that enriches both species. By embracing science and empathy, we can ensure a bright future for dogs and the people who love them.